The 42nd day. Yeah, welcome. This one's round. I feel like I always forget why they're round. I think these are like ones that were added because of the Kickstarter, is what I feel. And my dear employees, I do hope you all bought on the gas mask we distributed to you before we enter. And the shells, we've already had this one. It can enter your body through any aperture. That's not pleasant. That's not pleasant at all. These all sound bad. We'll go with this one. I'm kind of intrigued by this one. This one I'm less intrigued by, just because... I don't like that this one's... we could re-extract. Let's see what we get. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Press this button for once. Yeah, fuck it, we'll just go with this. It's been quite a while since your first encounter with the abnormalities. I should suppose that you've become a bit more familiar with them. Let me ask you this question again. What do you think they are? Oh, please. You can't still believe that abnormalities are just bizarre little and alien creatures that appeared all of a sudden, and that we need to isolate them, do you? Abnormalities are not the evil monsters that you read about in old fairy tales. They're not some supernatural gods that descended upon us to judge our sins, either. There is an old river that's been flowing at the bottom of the world for an age. It is the source of everything, but has been long forgotten by mankind. Nobody knew of its existence, but somewhere in the world there are these small gaps or holes. It is through those which the river gently finds itself a stream. For instance, strange beings would sometimes crawl out of such a gap somewhere in the Black Forest located in the outskirts. Obviously, the amount was simply too insufficient for Lobotomy energy needs. Our singularity is not that we produce energy from the abnormalities, rather it is the ability to create them themselves. Their forms were incomplete because they came from a forgotten place. We were scared of them because they were incomplete. It is because of that terror they've been sealed underground. However, abnormalities are part of the seed. That's what I meant by possibility. The seed is not something that can be made in just a day, or be created on its own. We realized that if we wanted to fix a broken system, we couldn't just sit around in a sunny spot waiting for the clouds to part. What should we do after planting the seeds, you ask? We can't control the entire process. We have to leave them to sprout on their own. Aren't we allowed that much hope, at least? As you find them in quotidian life, fierce fights break out every day here. You've seen this innumerable times, though. With enough time, abnormalities come back to life, no matter how many fragments they're broken into. It's one of the facts that drove Gabura mad. She took far too much time to understand that the abnormalities have to be exploited, not ended. Or maybe she simply couldn't free herself from the indignation of her past. Well, that doesn't concern me. The only thing I know is that I'll never see what she was before. Nevertheless, I cannot help but be astonished by the potential of ego each time I see her go on one of those rampages. You'll never know it. You've never wielded an ego. In fact, there are many weapons that have enormous power in this world, apart from ego. Artifacts from the outskirts, and from the ruins. The Library of Ruina? Oh, these are the relics. The singularities of the wings, or the rudimentary inventions made in the back streets. If used correctly, they would be weapons that could fare against abnormalities somehow. But giving these weapons to employees that never even learned to fight outside of basic training is as useless as teaching a hatchling to hunt. The rabbits are specialized in killing. They can spot an enemy's weakness right away and focus their firepower, given that they have enough munitions. As opposed to our employees who cannot even wield weapons efficiently. That seeing as combat ability isn't a requirement to be hired here. But our employees don't even have to learn to use ego. The power of the ego grows in conjunction with the heart of the wielder. One knows how to use it the moment they wield it. Nevertheless, even though they wield that power, the majority of employees can't control it. Swayed by it, they hardly have a chance against the abnormalities. I haven't seen anyone that can draw out the true potential, apart from the red mist. To wield ego is to dress oneself in the shell of the ego of another person. The wielder is merely imitating the borrowed ego, unable to completely make the power their own. Had I known that before being locked up here, I would have done anything to get my hands on them. If I could, the circumstances might have changed dramatically. Now I'm confined here, issuing orders to extract ego, forbidden from touching them myself. You must have been scared still, even though my hatred and bloodthirst are locked up inside this rusted metal cage. Don't you worry, I no longer have anything left. But you never know. The yearning for blood could wax once again, for it's simply sealed, not uprooted. Complete the day with 8 or more Aleph ego in possession. To use ego is to borrow the power of another's ego. The employees may therefore gain enormous power and a strong body by donning the shells we call ego. Even more so, some people such as the Red Mist took that power and claimed it completely. But our employees cannot do such a thing. The weaker one's mind is, the more it craves refuge behind the cell of another. Doesn't that imply that if you could somehow get your own ego, you'd be like ridiculously powerful? Instead of using like, I guess to do that you'd have to turn into an abnormality and get access to your own ego. Can you only get ego by extracting them? I think so, right? Because essentially all the abnormalities are, they're people that have distorted and turned into abnormalities. Or in the case of like the plasmaline bodies, they're lots of people that have changed into an abnormality. I guess that's what Heathcliff does, actually. Well, yeah, I guess that is what the ego that you use in Limbus are. They are you using your own ego, but in like a burst. They can't permanently use them. I guess that is what that is. But if you could like turn into an abnormality while you were gone, they extracted an ego from you and then someone gave it to you, like what would happen? Like if when Heathcliff turned into that big dog. Spoiler alert if you've not played Limbus and you're watching this video somehow. Like Wood or Hohenheim, when he turns into the abnormality, if they'd extracted an ego from them and given it to them, like what would happen? Would you just go crazy again if you tried to use it? If Bamboo had Kim and tried to use his own ego, would it just fuck him up, or is he too badass? Huh. Interesting. What do we get? We got a new thing. Where are we putting it? Left or right? Let's put it on the left, because we've completed one of the left-hand side's missions. It's more likely that the condition for unlocking their next mission is level it up again. We've already completed that mission then. Now we can level Prudence to max. We could try do this core suppression. We could try suppress Chest. Or we could just do another normal day. What we also should do, right, we're gonna go through and we're just gonna buy one of everything. Because I restarted the day, it like forgot. God, I wish there was a list. Like, this is the kind of game where if it was made nowadays, this game would be incredible. I forgot about the weird little chicken. I don't even know why I'm bothering with these ones, because, like, no, I'm never going to equip them. Oh my god, I've just realised, like, how long it's going to take me to go through all these. Because some of these are substantially better than what people already have on. Oh, we can have 2 magical girls. Huge. I guess we make 2 of these. Oh, we can still make another one of these. This isn't a natural abnormality. This thing we can't make anything from anyway. This thing, well, I just haven't researched it enough. The same with this. And then this with the lance. Right. So, first things first, we hiring anyone new? Yes, we are. We're definitely hiring someone. Actually, first things first, while we've got all this lob points, we're gonna go through and, like, check if there's any stats that people can have leveled. There shouldn't be. Most people should have high enough stats that we can't level them. People at Ara are like... Yeah, fuck it, for that few ego points. Like, what are we really quibbling over? Nay, yeah, you're fine. You're also fine. It's like you can't strengthen them past EX. Yeah, it did it. It looked like it messed up, because Yumi does have EX. Oops, didn't mean to click on that. Yeah, anyone that's not, like, maxed out. It was Yuri, wasn't it? Yeah, why is Yuri's... Yeah, I'm not paying 21 love points. I'll pay the 9 to, like, level up to that, and then we just have to remember to send Yuri in here over and over again. Because I ain't spending that many. Oops, didn't do that. Right, and then the ego list. We haven't gone through these in a while, actually. You know what? Let's do that. We read this. In the Teth, I think we read all these. Yeah, we did. So maybe the Vriska. It bears bloodstains as if it were gripped by hands soaked in everlasting red. To ease the pain of its victim, the sharp blade can make a clean cut through bone like a hot knife through butter, leaving a wound that'll never heal. It'll permanently cut off the will to pursue happiness. Sanguine desires. You know, I never actually read this. So it increases the maximum attack power inversely proportional to the wielder's temperance level. And take SP damage equal to 4% SP if the wielder's temperance level is less than 3. Oh! So it's inversely proportional. So if you have really low temperance, this weapon's really strong. Good to know. This weapon has a clear shape amid the surrounding noise. It's straight out of that day we should never forget. When the employee is holding it, they can hear a noise vaguely similar to war noises. This may be confusing, but don't forget, we were all there on that day. It's patched with a heavy leather of unknown origin. The colourful leather pieces reminded one of a festive holiday that is now long forgotten. The stitches are carefully woven, but for whom or for what exactly is unclear. It's not elegant, but you can feel the devotion of its creator. What is truly under the leather is classified, but that secrecy only makes the weapon all the more powerful. The pebble dropped into your hand sparkles, sways, tickles, and eventually becomes the universe. There's a universe inside the pebble, the child cries. When the child cries, the stars in the galaxy light the void. In your universe, am I to be found? But that was existential. The life for a daredevil, the katana, an ancient sword, just as its archetype desired. it'll be useless in the hands of the frightened, so you have to have 2 justice. Frostspinner reduces move speed. The Snow Queen was beautiful, but where her heart should have been, there was empty and frozen. The edge of the spear is both straight and icy. Anyone damaged by it will lose themselves for a moment, hence the slow. As the equipment was forged from snow, it shall disappear without a trace someday. Someday, when the weather warms enough to melt the snow, it may thaw the heart as well, if you truly believe so. Oh my god, I forgot how many of these we had. Can you throw this? Fast, medium. I wonder if they can throw this. It'd be really cool if you can. Just contain it in your sight as it spreads its wings for an old god. A heaven just for you burrows its way. Attack as a random thing. Yep, depending on type of damage, recover HP or SP. Yep. A magic wand surging with lovely energy of a magical girl. The holy light can cleanse the body and mind of every villain, and they shall be born anew. Set ablaze, they won't want to ever wake up again. The shape of love that wanted to protect everyone soon began to corrode the mind in the form of obsession. When she tried to rectify it, everything was over. We'll do all the war level ones, and then we'll leave the Aleph ones for another time. Cobalt Scar. The weapon resembles the claw of a vicious wolf. Once upon a time, these claws would cut open the bodies of numerous creatures and tear apart their guts. It flays the target's flesh and makes them bleed non-stop. The somber design is a reminder. Oh, we already did this one. Did that one. The colourful pattern is vivid, similar to a child's plaything on the shark one. The shark is a sword suitable for swift thrusts. Even someone unskilled in dueling can rapidly punch an enemy using this ego with remarkable agility. As mandated by chivalry, foul play is strictly forbidden in combat. However, mercy should also not be expected. The hypocrisy from the plant. All things natural are bound to turn to dust someday. Thus this evergreen crossbow has to be far apart from Mother Nature. The tree turned out to be riddled with hypocrisy and deception. Those who wear its blessing act in the name of bravery and faith. However, be warned that nature does not know the difference between a blessing and a curse. We did the bullet. And then the blade from... What's this from? The blade's from... I actually can't remember what this thing's from. Oh, it's from... Is it from the yin and yang? A falcon edge shadowed by the world's discord. Every life trapped in the cycle of reincarnation. The power of birth, the power of death. Those powers are neither good nor evil. They're just the way life is. Ooh, we are at Gold Rush, right? Ah, maybe not. We'll do these. The power she used to brandish in her prime, before the greed solidified and became what it is now. One can release their primal desires and strike enemies with full force. Technical skill unneeded. Each clout with the weapon gives a satisfying sensation to the wielder, but one must be careful not to get carried away. The distance from the bodies. Oh, each time a target dies, fortune just raised by 3. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I did not know that. Decrease the move speed. Yeah, okay. Has the pale faces of nameless employees and a giant mouth on it. Upon striking with the weapon, the monstrous mouth opens to devour the target. Its hunger insatiable. And we got the Aleph censored. Recover 40% of damage taken when hit. Whoa, that's incredible. Wait, what? That's insane as a passive for a weapon. Especially for a weapon that's stronger than the smile. We know it doesn't have like the multi-hit attack. That's crazy. Beep has the ability to beep, but this horrifying, there's a render site for those watching. Looking at the ego for more than 3 seconds will make you sick. Oh wait, I wonder if this is like bad. I wonder if having it equipped does something. We'll find out. Sound of a star. Attack power adjusts in accordance with the employee's current SP. The star shines brighter as our despair gathers. The weapon's small, evocative spear warms in a warm array. In the light, everything is equal. This one apparently is I added by a mod, apparently, which is a very good mod if I did. We won't read it, because... right, what we'll do is, we'll go through. So Zuri's fine, Amber obviously has that and is fine. We want Amber to keep that. Frenzy obviously has got this sick-ass look. He's keeping that. They go, I'm gonna actually change your weapon because it's really annoying. This weapon, while it's cool, is basically impossible to send into combat. Do I need someone with the highest P, ideally, to wield this? I mean, it'd be a perfect frenzy weapon if it wasn't, like, really cool for him to just keep the Solemn Laments. Maybe it's time for him to upgrade his weapon. It's kind of the same with Nicole, where Nicole's like really good. Maybe it's time to upgrade her weapon. Even though she's like always had the sword sharpened with tears. Maybe now it's finally time. I'm looking for someone with a big plus on there. On their max SP. Yes, he likes Summer. Hilariously like Summer. Maybe Susan gets one, actually. Yeah, actually, Susan, you have the other one of these. There we go. And then you keep that. I do like this weapon is the problem, right? Like, I do really like this weapon, the gun. I think it's really strong. I think it's, like, deceptionally strong. Especially when you have, like, that much justice. Yeah, Nicole, you can swap weapons. Have this censored bomb. Same with Clayco. Who do you want to give the hammer to? Someone up here should probably have one of these weapons. Yuri, you have the hammer. And then Clark, you have the fist. Then in terms of these, like, this one's really good. Give this to Ara. May, you can have... You're still using one of those spears. You can have... Somebody should use these, because these are quite good. Same with London, he can basically just upgrade his weapon. The claw's a bit crap. The spear is cool. The spear is weaker than the claw. The claw does have... The claw is both a fast attack. This does look cool, which is kind of one of the things that I find very important. We should probably give one of these. Destiny's the only other person that... Actually, Destiny, you have one of these. There we go. Yeah, that seems fair. I like this weapon. This weapon's really good. Like, I feel like this weapon is... I think it's because of the speed it attacks. It feels way better than the other weapons. The other weapons, they have to, like, walk up to him, hit him, hit him, hit him. Whereas, like, the guns, they just pachoom, pachoom. In fact, you know, I've said that. But, like, this weapon's garbage. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Where's Destiny? Oh, not Destiny. Yum Yum. Where's Yum Yum? There she is. you take one of these swords. And then, you know, like, having said that, like, this weapon, for example, Alfie can have the crossbow instead of the spear. And then Ego suits, we have sort of the same thing, where like this one, I just wish this didn't do white damage to everyone in the same room, because the issue with this is it'll kill all the clerks, which will just trigger the thing over and over again, making it completely pointless. Oh, we can actually have a second person with this. The idea of this is cool, like I could just have him stand off somewhere by himself, but we're not going to do that. Right, Susan's got 0.8 and everything. You can have one of these as well. Does the sword doesn't have a buff, right? For being, no, I was thinking, does the sword have a buff for being worn with the ego suit? But it doesn't. The magical girl outfit is pretty good. Right, we definitely need to put you in decent armor. I mean, this armor's pretty good. This one's rough. Actually, Ara, you can wear that, because you've got that terrible armor on. I think Gold Rush is kind of the same, right? Where it's really good armor. Just because these guys use ranged attacks, it's not a crazy amount of reason for them to have like powerful things on, but it is kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, that looks cool. I like that. I like the blue, and also he lives in the middle bit, so that'll heal a lot of people. I might have to switch him out of this Solemn Lament armor. As cool as he looks, the armor really is just falling behind now. To the point where he might just die if I don't swap him out. Ah, you know what? There, we do that. I apologize. It's like, oh, you are gonna have to wear the horrible body outfit, but at that point, though, Frenzy could also swap his weapon out. If we have one that aesthetically works for him. Again, the Solemn Lament's not bad. The Solemn Lament, when it actually goes off, is a pretty good weapon. To be fair, it's just basically like an upgraded version of this weapon. Right? It's just basically a better version of that. Yeah, fuck it. He can stay looking like this. He looks cool. It's like how optimally I'd probably swap a Zerby, right? Right. Courtney Hunter, Clark London, Yumi, and again, Azori would be a good one, but his actually good. His is pretty alright. Yeah, his is almost as good as like some of these. In fact, it's better than some of these. Click OLV. We want to get rid of kind of anyone that's wearing armor that has a negative resist. And get him in something better. So like everyone who works down here should be in armor that resists basically at least a little bit of everything. Yeah, like they are. This one looks so cool. I actually really like how this one looks. Actually, maybe that's the one I put Clayco in. But then I don't know who I put in this. Is there anyone that I like constantly send in the close combat to fight that I'd want in it? Actually, if Yuri's gonna have this, she may as well have it, right? Then we got someone upstairs that has one. And then somebody can have the magical girl outfit. That one, and you have that. And then this one doesn't have like a special thing. We don't want to really put anyone on that. You know what, Isabel, actually, you can get swapped out of that. Because I don't really like these. I don't really like how this one looks, but it's the 1.2 red that I'm like, I don't really want anyone wearing armor with that bad resistances. And then someone with this can swap into this. But who? Thank you, we still got loads of people down here. So we got Yum Yum, Clark, Hunter. You take that actually, Clark. And then Yum Yum. Was it Yum Yum? Yum Yum, Hunter, and Courtney are left. Hunter. Yeah, you have that. And then Yum Yum. You're already got a weakness to... In fact, this is only slightly better than what she's already wearing. But it does look cooler. Which in the end isn't that what matters. And then Courtney... Again. To be fair, we could just give her this. I didn't consider this, but we can just give someone this. In fact, we're gonna do that instead. You have that, Courtney, you have that. I hadn't considered that this armor is actually pretty alright to say that anyone can wear it. It's like as good as... It's like, wait, there's 0.7 and everything. 0.7, 0.7, 0.7, 1.5. This one here is 0.8, 0.8, 0.8, 0.8. So that you're giving up 0.1 in every resistance. So 10% damage increase in every resistance except for Pale. At which point you endure it quite well, to be fair. So, you know, there's a bit of a difference. We're basically good to go, right? Oh yeah, I didn't actually decide. Am I doing... Yeah, it's the course brushing today. Reach at level 8. Forense, you go here. You guys all go, like, central. Actually... Forense, you can work down here. You know? I feel like he's proved himself a little bit. And actually, one of you guys needed like an assistant. Maybe we make another person. Yeah, let's make a new hire. Yeah, this guy looks cool. Let's have him. I think we just hire someone badass like that. Bro's coming in. Looks like fucking Goku. Nicholas, you can have this armor and... What have we got down here? We got Zuri with his gun that kills everything. You don't have a melee person down here. So do I give them the Discord Spear, or do I give them the... You know what, you can have a Longinus. There we go. Alright, let's go. Oh, wait, what's this? I'm assuming this is either going to be that everything takes more black damage or more of all the others that aren't black. Because he's like the defensive guy, right? Oh, that's a cool looking effect. Wait, he has his mug. He has his Lobotomy mug. I should buy that mug and take it into work and see if anyone ever points out what it is. I wonder if you can buy that mug. I'm gonna look up online if you can buy that mug. Right, I guess, what's the best way for me to work this out? I guess send someone in to do some type of work. And then monitor how much damage they take, right? Maybe don't send the guy with... It doesn't seem to have affected the numbers. The numbers seem to be the same. I've forgotten what level I have to get to. Yeah, like this thing is meant to do 4 to 8 red damage, right? So if we send Azuri to do Amber to do that, right? So she should take like a very small amount of red damage. If it does 4 to 8 and she's got a 4 resistance, she should take like 2 to 4. Huh? She only took 3. Three's on the high end though, right? Like, when you think about it, of the numbers I just said, 3 is kind of on the high end. I did kind of need it to fail. Okay. Let's send him in here. He took 4 white damage there. This does 5 to 6. Ah! It's really hard to tell. He's definitely not taking more damage. This thing deals black damage. Okay, Queen of Hatred deals black damage. So if I send you in to do... Same with this, right? This deals black damage as well. Come on, do it fairly. Right, I did like 18 damage. Right. I'm pretty sure that did 18 damage, which it definitely should not have done. Yeah, that did so much damage. Okay, so it... I mean, I could test it on this, but like... Test on someone that has really high black resistance, like Barfy on this. Yeah, fuck it. Oh, that's at 17 damage! Okay, so this is the one that's weakened. So essentially, don't send... She might die. We have a code red, guys. Why did... Wait, when Buffy goes crazy, does it just cause her weapon to deal? Okay, good to know. Right, we'll just restart that. Now that we know. Knowing's half the battle and all that. Yeah, knowing is kind of half the battle there. I hate myself. Oh no, wait, no, it has remembered. Phew, I thought it had forgotten. Okay, level 8. Okay, so anything that deals red damage is now incredibly more dangerous. Test this. Oh, this is a new thing. Ooh, that's horrible, isn't it? Wait, that looks like it would deal red damage. I'm not sending even that. That was very fast. That felt very fast anyway. I like rain is a cool effect. So I wonder if at some point this shifts and starts being like 2 of them and then being like 3 of them. That would be my guess. Deals pale damage. It is nice being able to get XP again. Wait, what? That didn't take long. Please stop killing clerks. Oh! Jesus Christ, that did a lot of damage. Oh yeah, because people are weak against red damage, right? Oh my god. I will end this quickly and free you from your prison of flesh. Well, good to know. Don't send the new people in to do fucked up jobs, I guess. Don't know why I did that. Also didn't occur to me that it would reduce... I wonder if it reduces the abnormalities. Resistances. Now that would be interesting to know, actually. Putting the, putting the thing that you have to look at next to, very, very close to the thing you aren't allowed to look at was really a stroke of genius on my part, if I'm being honest. I don't really have that many things to deal red damage. This does red damage. Well, I feel like you could probably do it. Who is it that... There was somebody that didn't have very good red, very good blue. Tell me on this picture. Middle ones that we quite often forget about. You know what, let's keep going. We just need to keep. Ooh, one of the issues is actually I hadn't considered. Ooh. I hadn't considered that when this flips, I won't know what it flips to, right? Until the moment it flips. So like here, for example, when I send him in here to do this work, it could flip to black. Yeah, you see how like, I wonder if it rotates, to be fair. It couldn't just go clockwise. If it goes clockwise, then that's easy to deal with, but if it doesn't have like an obvious... Oh wait, yeah, I don't really have a choice. I hadn't considered that either. I don't really have a choice because I work on it. Come on, friends, I trust you. That warm coffee down the drain, I'll need another cup. Or that lukewarm. I'd be... Wait, he said he liked lukewarm coffee. I've not really been paying that much attention to the background, and I'm just realizing now I feel kind of bad about it. Alright, so we need to be careful about people going in and doing white work. I fucked up. Holy shit, that did so much. I didn't realize how much damage that was doing. Right, anyone who deals white damage but isn't using one of the terrifying insta-kill guns, come down and assist. Oh, he also deals white damage. Oh wait, yeah, but that's fine. If white's the element that's being buffed, that means he'll also take more white damage. Perfect. I think just in the interest of making sure that nothing goes horribly wrong, we'll do that. Oh, I'm gonna probably send someone in here. Again, this looks like it would deal. I don't like that noise that the thing's making. It's making like a horrible noise, and I'm just not a fan of it. Oh, I'm just gonna have to get just the end. This one's a bit weird because it requires like some amount of thought, but not like a crazy amount. Yeah, like it's just stuff like don't send them in there. This thing deals back damage, so like now I can send someone in here. Oh, this is where this is from. The Decap. I guess it's the abnormalities you don't really have a choice in interacting with that are the problem. Right, like there's some you just like have to deal with. What? You stop doing this, Nicholas. Wow, that was so fast. Holy shit. They suppress them so quick. I know it's because of the light resistance thing, but it's mad. And then yeah, you kind of have to send in. You ideally want to send someone into something where it's not that big of a deal if they fail, right? Like, so something like this, where if I send her in there, like when this switches to be pale and red, it's like not the end of the world. You three go in there and deal with that. Yo, this is a jam, innit? Sounds like some Ace Attorney music. Or like Casualty. Holby City. Oh, wait, where are you? You're there. Why are you not? kind of actually taking damage. Oh, because it deals... Huh, wait, no, it deals black. It deals black damage. Why is Courtney dead? Oh, she got immediately eaten by the... R.I.P. Courtney. Yeah, is it just reducing the defenses? Because, like... She took a lot more damage there than she would normally. Right? She took a hell of a lot more damage there than she would normally. Yeah, she took so much more damage than she would have normally taken there. That was crazy. Oh shit, we never actually cleared this room out. The jewel clausies. I wonder, do I still have a consciousness left? A conscience? Not consciousness. So, pale and red we need to be careful of. I assume this thing did do red damage. Okay. We're not going to send anyone in because it looked like it did red damage and I don't want to risk it, honestly. It keeps glaring at me. You mean you go in here and do this? I feel like Courtney was never really part of the team, you know? Very easy to say that now she's dead. Deals red damage. It's kind of a memory game, actually. You gotta kind of like remember what it is that they deal. It's not the most difficult thing in the world to do, but you know, it is interesting. Yeah, like now I can do white, which send someone in here, which will give me a. This is like I'm not really trying to get in Kevlar boxes at the minute. But like this thing deals black damage, so we could send someone in here. But again, we don't really need to. We're kind of just, at the minute, trying to... I assume what'll happen is when I do another 2, when it goes to 4, because it's 6, right? I can't actually remember. Fuck, I wasn't watching it. Oh my god, it must have like just been in the corner of my vision. Can one of you go work this and I'll watch it? I did kind of forget there. About the whole like you have to watch that thing like a hawk. Again, I don't know if having that menu open counts as me watching it or not. Can this one get it good? Oh, it can. The counter seems to not go up and down without... Why is Hunter uncontrollable? Oh, because he's stuck in it. New guy, do you want some ice? The ice looks silly with the scratches. I didn't quite realize how many people I hide at the same time have that same. Purple Noon, that's the one where you do have to move them out of the rooms, right? This music's like... This music's a jam. Like, I'm into this. Why did I send him in there? That's red damage. God, that was stupid, wasn't it? All it takes is a second of not thinking of stuff like that. Yeah, we kind of want this on more people that are going to be taking risks. Open to zoom out. Oh no, I don't. Someone could drop an absolute banging drill beat on this. Fuck for the... No, I didn't. Oh! I did forget that that would be happening. Although it looks like everyone was fine. Luckily. Okay, in a stroke of me being incredibly lucky, everyone was completely fine. Because the one room it dropped on someone, they had enough resistance to just live it. You all need to go help with that one. That one should be dealt with pretty quickly, but you can go back and help with it. The one up there's already dealt with, and this one is already dealt with. Oh, this was surprisingly easy. I mean, I say that as though it didn't almost go horribly wrong. Alright, the pulse. Go guys, go, 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 go. The fuck is laughing like that? Oh, it is the King of Greece. Oh, Jesus Christ, that noise is always so fucking terrifying. Where is he? To be fair, Amber seems... Between Amber and Mia, they would have actually probably offset as already shooting everyone. It's like a fucking amused-ass stage. Right, what are we against now? Pale and white. So we want to do anything with black and red. So we can go back to doing like this. That's this dog that's making that noise. Let's just keep sending Barfi in to do this one. Let's just double check that this thing is actually dealing red damage. God, this is awful, this noise, I need to stop. Okay, red is the correct damage type. I assumed it would be. It seemed like the kind of thing that would be dealing red damage. It's doing black, so we can send someone in here. Ideally someone to get the crown on. Go quite nicely with Amber's hair. Send Nick to go work in there. Again, we are really sort of at the point where I don't really need to be thinking about what I'm doing as much as I am. Is this thing like not possible to get a good outcome on? Do not open this redacted. Good. Nothing there. Wait, it looks different, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. I almost forgot that I needed to be looking at that. My screen being the way it is helping out here, actually. Well, Nicholas has been thrown into a panic. Didn't he just finish his work? Why is he so shit? That deals white damage, that's why he's so shit. Please stop doing that. Nicholas, if you walk into that room, you are going to just get fucking killed. Boom. I mean, luckily, yeah, it's very easy to make someone not be insane when they take a ridiculous amount of damage from your anti-sani gun. Pale and white, okay. I am massively overthinking this. I do just kind of need to send people into stuff. Yeah, I'm just like massively overthinking it. I can never remember if this deals white or black. Neither. Don't send it in, it deals pale damage. 5-7 pale damage multiplied by whatever it is going to be a lot of damage. Unless her success chance was like 90%, I don't think I trust it. Since pale damage is percentage. Fuck, I had to look away for a second. I sent Hunter in here. Then once he's nearly done, we send Clayco in here. I think it was 6, it might have been 8. Thing is we have Nicholas here as like the new person. Yeah, see, this is what I was a little worried about. If all of these breach, Nicholas is just dead. Like, this, I'm gonna be brutally honest here. If all of these guys breach at the same time, Nicholas is just dying. Like, there's no... This thing deals black damage. We're not taking enhanced black damage. It won't escape unless something goes horribly wrong. Kind of the same with this thing. This thing here is the bad one, right? Or I need to put Barfy on it. Then with this one we can put... Ideally we'd put like Forense on it, but he's miles away, he just won't make it here. Same with Amber, I don't think Amber makes it here. Amber's only got a... No one in the middle has a high enough chance. And maybe Alfie. Nah, fuck it, we'll just send it in. I'll have to send Yumi in. And then I think that's it. Like I say, if any of these fail, I think it is just a case. To be fair, if the orchestra fails, it's not that bad because we've got ages. In fact, I hadn't really considered that the orchestra failing isn't that bad. Okay, the Songbird did just kill Judgment. Did just kill it, like, so quickly. What the fuck? Oh, because the 2 times down. Fuck me, that's dangerous. He nearly died. I think I need everyone to come over here. That's a good... Oh my god, that's gonna breach. Like I say, if it's just that breaches, it might be dealable with. Yeah. I mean, RIP Summer, you will really be missed, but... Okay, we can't damage this yet. Also, you really should be up here. Because this is going to kill so many of the clerks. Oh, it's taking damage. It's only taking black damage, though. Oh, this enchanted someone else. Who did it enchant? Please tell me it was a clerk. Oh my god, the fucking noise. That noise is so horrible. Okay, now it takes white damage. And then I assume when it goes into the last movement, it'll take only red. It's like now it would take only red, right? I actually don't know how I'm gonna deal with this when... Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Well, I fucked it. I fucked it. Fuck. Bugger. That was a pretty good run as well. I would have taken that. Even with the summer death, I would have taken that run. Right, we're gonna lock in. Right, no red damage. We're gonna lock in. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do any of these Aleph level ones. I think we genuinely need the ability to fail for these Aleph level ones. This gives... Yeah, I think I was fucking about too much previously. In a way that was disrespectful to the abnormalities, honestly. Yeah, previously we were fucking about in a way that was disrespectful to the abnormalities, and not taking them seriously, and now I'm gonna take them completely seriously. Why is he dead? Oh, this deals red damage. You know, I've never thought about the fact that that would deal red damage. But it's to restart. That wasn't even... We'll leave that one in. It shouldn't really count. Normally I'd contemplate cutting that out to make it a little less stupid, but I would never do that. Okay, now we gotta avoid things that deal white damage. takes all like 2 easy. That deals white damage, the red damage, black damage, deals white damage, also deals white damage, red damage. Fast forward to get through this. Bird deals blue damage. Right. Yeah. I need to not mess about quite so much with the abnormalities. It looks like it doesn't immediately start pulling people in, which I guess actually makes it more difficult to deal with. I kind of always assumed it would immediately pull people in. We don't have the... We don't have the time to be dealing with the love and hatred. This thing deals white, right? Yeah. Thought it did. It's not too bad because it'll shift, right? Yes, now it's black. Okay, so this deals white. And now we'll send Forense in there. And now we can just leave the thing, so that's fine, that's that all done. Now we're looking to counter things that deal black damage. Need to start. Don't send anyone into anything that deals black. This deals black, this deals white. Again, just keep sending people to turn this. This deals pale. Again, we want to keep building that buff. Boom. Hannah, you go a little here. And then this should now have... it doesn't. I sent the wrong person in last time. Hannah, you go from there. Clicker, you go from there. You guys keep turning this. Just keep sending Trickling easy stuff. Where is whoever it is? Should be a big green blob moving across my map. Oh no, it's because it's in here. We want to give this to... Nope, there is one there. And then one of you go in here. New guy, there you are. Once he makes it in, we could. Yeah, this would make an absolutely cracking drill beat. I wonder if anyone's ever like rapped over this beat. Like, it'd just be good. It's this bit as well with the dun, 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 dun. Need to keep an eye on what's happening over there. Pay attention. It's white and pale. Just like... I was about to say me, but that's not true. Dun, dun, dun. So yeah, don't send anyone against the bird. The bird will just kill people when their defense is white and pale. But like, while it's like this, we can... Him just not having a hat is so weird. Send someone in here. Yeah, we can just do this. Like, I don't know why this isn't something I'm just not doing more often on these missions. Is just sending people in against the easy shit. This clicker's gone in there and done that. Tell all those guys to go back to their... Hasta la vista. Hasta la vista. I actually saw Arnold the weekend. Not this weekend, I should say. A few weekends ago, went to a Dota tournament. Went to go see one in the... I was about to say lovely city of Birmingham, but that would have been a lie. Not that I went. That wouldn't have been the lie. The lie would have been the lovely part. Yeah, and Arnold Schwarzenegger was just there. Doing a bodybuilding thing. I mean, I was about to say of all things a bodybuilding thing, but like obviously that would make perfect sense for him to do a bodybuilding event. The weird part is that there was a Dota tournament happening in one of the halls. There was a DreamHack event on, for anyone who knows what that is. And yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger was just in the hall across from the DreamHack stuff. I was only at the Dota stuff, but there was Call of Duty there. So there was a Call of Duty tournament happening in the same building that Arnold Schwarzenegger was having I was about to say get together. It wasn't really get together. He was having it wasn't really a conference. I guess it was a conference. I guess I was about to say I wouldn't really call it a conference, but I guess it is a conference. Like, just because the conference is of massive dudes being massive dudes, that doesn't make it not a conference. I've been very judgmental of me to say it's not a conference, to be honest. Oh, if any of these landed on anyone, that would have just killed them, because they would be weak against black at this point, which would have done a lot of damage. In fact, I am a little worried about taking these things out. You need a black shield. And I need to be incredibly careful against this. I need to keep an eye on her. I need to find no one's been thingied yet. Okay, you guys get that one. Then you can move up and get that one. Or how much damage did you take from that Bible? You know, less damage than I expected. How is she somehow taking less damage than she was last time? That did a lot of damage. You guys need to go and help with this. I need all three of you to go take out this. Nothing's glowing, nothing's escaped. Right, everything's fine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it landing basically killed all the clerks, right? But, I mean, that was always gonna happen. Okay, it's always got one of those as well. We need to be careful of this. Right, black and thingy damage. So again, we can send people in to do red work, we just can't send people in to do the other types of work. So we need to find things that deal white or red again. Poday's a good one. What's my percentage chance? Have they gone down? Oh wait, no, his work's just being massively reduced by the glove effect, right? Yeah, it's the effect of his glove. Feels red. What, Isabel? We'll give you a chance. I trust that thing to not kill people. It never deals that much damage. As much as I want to send someone in to go work on the blue star, we're not gonna. This deals white damage, so we can send someone in there. This deals red damage, so we can send someone in there. This deals white damage, so we can send Nick in there. Again, thing that deals red, thing that deals very, very low amounts of black. We're gonna shoot a couple of more people. For fuck's sake, how did that get loose? Was I looking at it? I must have been. You guys go deal with that. Yeah, the no pop-ups is honestly the biggest debuff when you're doing this. The biggest debuff is genuinely the fact that it doesn't pop up and tell you you fucked up. It's like, yeah, it not being like, hey, by the way, Schadenfreude escaped. It's like, fucked up. Because you just have to notice. Which, like, isn't incredibly hard to do. If you, like, know you've sent someone over there, you should really be checking it. But as we've seen many a time, all it takes is 1 second of, oh, I forgot, for it to go very, very badly. What the fuck? What triggered it? I haven't got him there. Fuck. It's still pale and black. Do kind of need you guys to finish with this. Okay, you have now. Okay, the shoes are fine. Ugh, you guys should probably be ready for one of you to die. Oh, the pale. Might have to send Yumi in. I don't like it, but we might have to send Yumi in. I think 0.8 is actually the lowest pale resist we have. It's up there. I mean, we can't send anyone with above a 1, right? What I can tell, this is at least doubling the damage. I mean, she has the highest chance of success combined with success chance, right? Yeah, combined with the fact that she won't take that much damage from it. This was attachment, dealt red, which isn't being doubled, so we can just send Barfi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we can keep them all in our vision here and see how they're going. Yeah, I obviously have to keep that in my vision, but I want to see how much damage this deals when if she fails. Oh my fucking god! Those 3 failures just mostly killed Yumi. There's no way for me to stop that either. I just have to hope she rolls okay. Come on. You can do it, Yumi. Oh my god, Yumi. I think we just let this thing escape. I think genuinely. I see you, you fucker. Yeah, I think genuinely, oh, for fuck's sake. How is that not? Right, no pale and no... Yeah, I think genuinely going forward, if that one comes up, we have to either just let it get out or... I don't really know. What does this deal? This deal's red. deals black. We don't need black. White damage, so we can send you in. White damage, we can send you in. Black damage, black damage. Stop fucking looking at it. Very low amounts of black damage, red damage. I think there's a world where if that thing escapes, I just genuinely send the rabbits down there. And it's just their problem. Right, like... Because it's hard. Like, this is mentally taxing in a way that the other ones haven't been. Or they have. Some of the other ones have been, but this is like mentally taxing in a way where like... It's going to require me to get to clever level 8, right? So it's basically going to require me to do this one, then do the dusk event that comes after this. The problem is going to be that the dusk event that comes after this is going to be fucked. I already know it's going to be fucked. Right? Like... I don't think this does enough damage to kill Clayco, no matter how much damage it does. You'd have to fail a lot. Feel this vast pain. Yeah, this was a little bit of what I was worried about. This is with red, white, and pale, right? So this one's fine. I can deal with most of these. This one's gonna be fucked though. No matter who I send in here, this is gonna be fucked. This is gonna be fucked because whoever goes in here is gonna take 12 blasts of 7 to 9 white damage. Even my people with the highest white resistance have like 0.4. And I don't know how much this is increasing it by. Because if this is doubling it, like, cool. That's dealable with. If it's more than doubling it, that's when the problem comes in. And then this deals red damage, so this will probably just kill whoever goes in there. I think I know what I do. I don't like it. But I've made my choice. Courtney, this was what you were hired for, to be fair. The issue is I don't know if this will just kill someone actually if no one's looking at it. Now I think about it. If someone doesn't do this work, will it just escape and kill people? R.I.P. Courtney. You're dying for my sins. Seven. R.I.P. Courtney. You will be forever remembered. That felt bad. Like, doing that felt bad. Because, like, every other time someone's died and I've just, like, had to accept it or send someone into something and it's got them killed, that's been, like... Actually, no, I was about to say that's been an accident. There was that time when we had to do the Aleph level ego mission and I just killed those people to trigger the mission, right? It was that time. But again, that was a little bit different of what I just did when you consider it like what I just did then was I purposely sent, without even trying, I just sent her to her death. Like, I just accepted what was happening and essentially paid a sacrifice to the abnormalities to make them go away. Right? Like when you think about what I actually just did then, it's kind of fucked. And even this, that's the crazy bit, is even if it was necessary, it's still fucked. Right, like... Even if you agree that, like, that was necessary, which, like, technically it wasn't. Technically there were other avenues for me to deal with that. Like, I didn't even try. That's the difference between, I think right there, that's the difference between what I just did then and any other times that I've caused someone to die, or like when it's been calculated. That was a very, like, I think that is actually, yeah, that's the difference. The previous times where I've, like, sent people into the blue thingy to die, right? That was because I needed someone to do it. Like, someone had to do it. And I hired those people specifically to do that. And they were gone. Courtney I hired, and she was always, like, it's always kind of been the thing where last person in, you know, if something goes bad, it's always been like, you know, the worst employee goes in. Courtney's worked here for a decent amount of time, and I just kind of went, well, to be fair, yeah, but I did just spend all this unlocking him, so what instead's gonna happen here is you're gonna die, because it's not even my poor planning, like, that was unavoidable. The thing is if I'd sent someone into the room with this thing, it kills them, like that, right? Like, I don't think there's a world where I send people into all these rooms when they're taking at least double damage, and it doesn't just kill them. Like, I don't even know how I'm going to deal with this. I don't even remember what this is. The Green Dusk. I think it's the robots. I think it's those big, like, mechanical, the green one seems to be the robot-y things. I'm pretty sure the Green Dusk is just those chunker robots, for want of a better term. I'm going to have to be really careful fighting them, though. Because they do a chunk, they do a chunk of damage, like, quite quickly. Oh, we can test it here, look. 2-3. And he has a 0.7 resistance. Let's see how much damage Papode does to... who's a very weak abnormality. Let's see what he does to Clark here. Wait, he did 7 damage. He did 7 damage. To put the maths in that in perspective, for him to do 7 damage at base, that'd have to be doing quadruple damage. And he's reducing it by 30%. That's doing 5 times as much damage. I'm gonna have to be so fucking careful. Is this eye opening? Oh, it's not. I hadn't realized quite how much damage this was doing. I've never seen these before. I'm a little wary of these. I don't know what they do or what they will do. This is a little terrifying. Like, what are they gonna do? Oh, they're like filling up with juice. What do they do when filled? I don't trust it. You guys don't stand in the room with it, please. Oh, they just send out robots. Oh, that's fine. Oh, that's completely dealable with. Oh, does it send out a random robot? Right, okay. Okay, strike Team Alpha. Head up here. That's not too bad. That's like dealable with. As long as we sort of keep them contained. What do you mean Susan's dead? What the fuck killed her? No way did this thing kill her. Susan, no. Oh my god. I think we have to keep going. I think... Yeah. Yeah, we just have to. We just have to keep going. Like, I should have seen that. That's again, that's just a my incompetence thing there, but like... We're approaching so close to the end that like I can't just keep resetting every time something... We're past the point where we can just reset because something goes wrong. Like, we do have to at some point accept these as losses that are gonna happen. Yeah, it was a stupid mistake that we made, but I don't know who will move down here to replace Susan, to be honest. Oh, that's rough. That is rough. That's so rough. Like, Susan's an OG. Susan's been here since literally the start. Susan's been here since like episode 4. Killing her doesn't... I mean, when any of them die, it doesn't feel particularly good, but... It's just whenever they die and it's like, I could have definitely done something. Right? Like... Right, like with Susan, it's like, I could have easily done something there. I could have just played so much better. You know, it's just like... Yeah, like I said, I could have just played so much better. And like, just not had her die. I could just not right-click one. Anyway, it's fine. She's been here from the start. She's one of the OGs, but like... We've lost others that have been here from the start. We just gotta keep going. Might have to get some fresh blood in here soon. To replace the people that are dying. Again, I made the tough decision with Courtney, right? I made the tough decision with Courtney to just send her into her death. As much as I prefer, you know, Susan as an employee. She's been here longer. She's definitely, you know, she's definitely like more of an abnormality that... I keep getting really confused when I look at this because she's kind of in it. She's more of like an employee that, you know, I was a bit attached to, but at the end of the day, it just happens, doesn't it? Like, sometimes they just have to. You don't have the options. I mean, I had an option there. That's the worst bit. Again, like I say, that is the worst bit. Is there I did have an option. I could have not sent her in. Or I could have paid more attention in that specific room. And she would have been fine, and we would have only lost one person. But we're past it now. We're past it. Susan's gone. We're past it. We've let Clay go down like 3 times, right? We've lost other people from the start. From like early on. She's definitely not the first, and I'm not gonna lie, by the end of the game, she's probably not gonna be the last, right? When you actually think about it. Like, it's not like the game's gonna get any easier. And if I have to drag myself kicking and screaming to the end of the game, like, that's what's gonna happen. Alright, you guys finish your training. It's my world finally crumbling. 2 dead. I mean, losing 2. Like, when you actually look at it, and we got 20 people left. Like, I've got like 15, 16 people that are like core people. We could lose 2 a day and be fine. Yeah, we got through another day. I mean, rip Susan, and big rip to Corny. We hardly knew ye. You'll be missed. Well, you won't. I mean, Susan will be, but Corny won't. Corny kind of was a sacrifice for the greater good. That Steins Gate Abno is really fucking powerful. Anyway, I'm gonna go rethink how good of a manager I am. But yeah, day 42 done. I think only a handful of days left. I assume the last day will be some sort of weird gimmick day. Bye. Actually, I'll probably be suppressing Angela, which would be weird. But yeah, tune in next time for hopefully less death. Should be quite a calm day actually next time, because we don't have a suppression, and these last missions seem to be like have a stat above a certain number, or have like a certain number of ego. I've only got 2 suppressions left to do. Anyway, I'm sure they'll be equally as fucked. So I will endeavour to do better next time. Bye.